Hello, everybody. It is time for the next episode in our TEW 2020 series. This is War. I don't even know how to explain this episode. 4 fantastic shows on this episode. You can tell the progress, especially in our booking and, learning the product and knowing how to get higher numbers out of our wrestlers and out of, the segments and how to get that higher rating. It is very evident here. I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm just going to say stick around. 4 really good shows on this episode. I'll leave it at that. Another highlight you're going to see at the very end of the episode, so stick through at the very end. Sheamus has there's been a bidding war for Sheamus for the past 2 full episodes. You didn't see anything on the last episode. You're not going to see anything till the very end here because there's a lot of back and forth. It's not worth showing the amount of back and forth that's been happening, but there has been a giant bidding war for Sheamus, who has left the WWE. It started out MWA and Ring of Honor. They started out the bidding war, and then Slam got involved. CZW, we stayed out of it. We got too much going on. I don't think, we could really use Sheamus at this point in time. But the other 3 companies, giant bidding war. We're going to see who gets met at the end of the day. Little spoiler, because you're not going to see it. MWA did drop out of that bidding war because it got a little crazy and got a little wild. So you're going to see at the very end who signed Sheamus for how much money. And yeah, it's big time dollars. Big time dollars. Okay, so that's it. Guys, like I said, enjoy the episode. Please follow us at Jobber Radio and all of everybody's social media on the side. Subscribe if you haven't already. Try to send out a couple of links. Let some people know what we're doing here. Show your friends, show your family to say, hey, mom, hey, dad, this is what I'm watching, and it's not, horrible. Not going to say it's great, because come on now. I'm not going to be that guy, but it's not horrible. I hope not anyway. Anyway, that's it. For real. I'm done talking. Let's get into the episode. Enjoy it, guys.
So we got Crazy Steve to accept a contract with us. Let's go. I'm not sure what I want to make him, but I'll do heel for now.
Crazy Steve.
Take that, Slam.
Yeah, we're still waiting on Sheamus to make the right choice on us. But,
yeah. Hello, everybody. It is time for CZW Evolution. We are kicking the show off with Rob Van Dam, one of our newest signees, coming down to the ring, clearly not 100% after being thrown off the scaffold at the pay-per-view in his Ultraviolent Championship match back at Deja Vu. That was the only appearance we saw from him, and he pretty much died. He started to give an update on his health and condition and says that he can tell his time in this business is just about done. He says he has one more 5-star match in him, and he wants his last big match to be against Seth Rollins. Suddenly, Roman Reigns' music hits instead. Roman slowly comes walking down to the ring, where he tells RVD that he is not worthy of any Hall of Fame status. So Roman Reigns already throwing shade here. He tells RVD that the only person on the roster that he can pull a 5-star match off with is the big dog. Before RVD can answer, Roman gives him a devastating headbutt, busting RVD open and knocking him down and out. Roman looks down at him, telling him to clean himself up because he gets his last match later tonight.
What a man.
Oh, man.
Yep, so RVD wanted Seth Rollins for his last match, doesn't get it, gets Roman Reigns apparently instead. 82 segment rating. Not too bad. Not too bad.
Either match would be pretty good, honestly.
Yeah. It's going to be better than that scaffold match, I assume. So we'll see. All right, our first match of the night, we got ROH taking on Anthony Henry, LAX member, versus one of the Progress Wrestling guys here. Just one-on-one. This is the first time we get a one-on-one match from a Progress Wrestling guy. We'll see how he did here. In a bout that had terrible wrestling, non-existent crowd heat, ROH defeated Anthony Henry 8 minutes, 49 seconds via pinfall with the ROH driver. 63 segment rating overall. ROH was off his game. That's unfortunate. 65 performance from ROH. Anthony Henry got a 41. Selena De La Renta had some good work ringside when she came out with ROH, so not too bad there. Yeah, I was just throwing Anthony Henry in here, see how he could do. 41, I mean, it's what it is. We'll see how we got see how they do going forward. But
He asked for a pay raise, and this is how he treats you.
I know, right? Yeah, hopefully maybe we'll get him a little more popular, and maybe that'll help raise things, but not too great.
He was making $150 a show.
Yeah, you gotta give him a little more than that. So then we had Isaiah Swerve Scott teaming up once again with Jeff Cobb. We saw him team for the first time last week, and this time they're going up against SoCal Uncensored. We saw them beat the Tate Twins last week, that is Swerve and Cobb. So they're going against the Mentors here this week. In a poor match, Swerve Scott and Jeff Cobb defeated SoCal Uncensored 10 minutes, 24 seconds when Brent Tate stormed down to the ring but was cut off by his brother who was ringside in support of SoCal Uncensored. Because if you remember, he stormed off last week, left everybody behind. During the argument outside the ring, Frankie Kazarian was distracted and ate a tour of the Island's finisher from Jeff Cobb. Scott and Cobb get the win, and SoCal Uncensored are furious. Daniels confronts Brent, yelling at him, "What is your damn problem?" Brent then goes to hit Daniels, but he ducks, and he drills his own brother instead. A look of regret flashes across Brent's face as he backs up the ramp as Daniels checks on Brandon. So we got some serious issues here. Brent Tate looks like he's lost his temper after last week. And honestly, this has all been after several losses in a row for the Tate twins. Even though they've been performing well, they've been not getting wins. 71 segment rating, so not too bad. Swerve Scott with the 57, the lower guy in this match. The highest was Frankie with 69, 63 for Daniels, 62 for Cobb. So not too bad. We're going to see where this goes and what happens with SoCal Uncensored and Brandon Tate in the bad blood now, I guess, with Brent. So we got Ricochet in his little protective boot going up against Collector's member Tony Deppen one-on-one up next. In a bout that had good wrestling but didn't have much heat, Ricochet defeated Tony Deppen 13 minutes 53 seconds via pinfall after a diving double knee drop. With Mustafa Ali and Cedric Alexander in his corner to even the odds, Ricochet was able to get a clean win and victory over the Collector's Tony Deppen. Afterwards, Ziggler pulled Deppen out of the ring as they left up the ramp, with Ziggler yelling back at the trio, "You just made the biggest mistake of your lives." So, seeing how that's coming from Ziggler and the Collectors, that can definitely mean no good. They already took Ricochet's pinky. What was that?
Going for the other pinky toe.
Could be trouble.
No.
We'll just say that.
Oh no.
Segment rating 86. Very, very good match here. Ricochet with a 91. Deppen trying to keep up with a 54. Match got the crowd buzzing. Up next, we have the KO show. Kevin Owens welcomes his guest, Randy Orton, down to the ring. Orton and Owens have been chummy as of late, and Owens' first question is how it felt to RKO the Highlander, Darby Allin, in a spooky graveyard. The crowd laughed and Orton smirked, but before he could answer, out came the CZW World Champion, Darby Allin. Owens quickly chimed in over the entrance, "Well, speak of the devil." Darby Allin stands there as Owens and Orton make fun of him and belittle Darby Allin to his face. After a bit, Kenny Omega's music hits and he joins Allin in the ring. Omega tells Owens that after last week, he is surprised he still has jokes to make and goes on to blame him for turning Adam Cole against him. Now, Adam Cole comes out to the ring. Owens steps back, telling everyone that he's seen one too many of these episodes and tries backing out of the ring before an epic brawl breaks out. It is announced that later tonight in the main event, it will be Darby Allin and Kenny Omega taking on Adam Cole and Randy Orton. 99 segment rating. Lots of green here. Lots of people benefiting from groundswell of public support. And this angle got the crowd even hotter. So we are bringing the crowd to a fever pitch here just in time for MJF.
Yeah, you got everyone but the Shield and MJF showing up. No wonder.
The new regime finds FTR backstage, and MJF points out that they did indeed say that FTR told them anytime they wanted their title shot, they had it. And that happened last week. So MJF smiles and says, "What about right now, cupcakes?" Dax and Cash, who aren't even in their gear, tell the regime that they set out from day one to prove they're the best tag team on the planet. So why not do it right here, next? Suddenly, Braun Strowman and Rusev come flying in like a couple of out-of-control freight trains and completely destroy the North and Alexander Hamilstone. MJF is the only one that manages to get away and takes off down the hallway. Braun screams down the hallway to MJF, "You can't run forever," before slamming Josh Alexander through one of the nearby bathroom doors. Looks like we're going to have to put the tag team title match on hold for now. So we were about to get a tag team title match, but Braun Strowman and Rusev once again ruined things for the North and completely destroyed them. So there we go. 98 segment rating.
I hope you had the freight train sound effect like Braun has in WWE.
Oh, God. I you know what? Obviously it had something to do with it, but we're not going to go straight cringe like they like to do. So
he came out with the train whistle. He was blowing it.
Yeah, like right before they showed up, you just heard the whistle and everybody looks around. Then bam, they come flying in. So next up, we got a triple threat match here on Evolution. Cody Rhodes taking on Kenta versus Josh Woods. In a decent match, Cody Rhodes defeated Kenta and Josh Woods 11 minutes, 52 seconds when Josh Woods locked in his knee bar finisher looking to tap out Kenta, but Cody Rhodes uncharacteristically hooked in a guillotine choke on Woods. Woods tried holding on to his finisher, but faded quickly and passed out at almost the exact same time that Kenta tapped out from the knee bar. Cody thought he lost it first, but the ref awarded the win to Cody for the choke out, even though Kenta tapped. Cody left up the ramp thoroughly surprised, while Josh Barnett argued with the ref. And obviously Josh Barnett is Josh Woods' manager. So, unfortunately, Josh Woods was the weak link in this match, struggling to keep up. Even though, we had a 74 from Kenta, 72 from Cody, and a 62 from Woods. It wasn't like he was that far down.
Yeah, he kept up.
Yeah. Cody's gimmick's getting stale. Got to work on that. And segment got a 73. So, not really that bad. I'm okay with this. So, this is advancing the new King of Strong style here in CZW, which Josh Woods was striving to achieve, but came up just short tonight after getting choked out by Cody.
If Cody's gimmick's getting stale, you know what gimmick he has to do next, right?
Oh, God, let me guess. The American Dream.
The one he's doing right now, Cody ends racism.
Oh, Cody ends racism. Okay, I mean, I can see if I can do that.
That's his current gimmick in AEW, so please reflect that.
Well, we'll see what we can do. So next up, we get that last match for Rob Van Dam here. Roman Reigns versus Rob Van Dam. In a decent match, Roman Reigns did defeat Rob Van Dam 9 minutes, 17 seconds. When Reigns mounts Rob Van Dam and just continuously beats down on him until RVD goes limp and once again is knocked out, just like earlier in the night. The ref is forced to step in, calling for the victory via stoppage for Reigns. And the bad thing is, Reigns is not about to stop. He continues the assault until Seth Rollins comes running down for the save. Rollins throws Reigns off of RVD, but both men go nose to nose. Reigns tells Rollins that he has no problem kicking his ass as well tonight. Rollins tells him to get a hold of himself and helps RVD out of the ring. Roman Reigns appears to be at his breaking point after months and months of lackluster success here in CZW. So there you go. We got an 80 from Roman, 58 from RVD. Now, the one reason this match is probably a 71 and not a little bit higher is I did change it to storytelling at the end. I know that's probably not RVD's strong suit. But it is, we'll see if we see RVD again. Yeah, RVD was penalized for a lot of shit. Oh my God, RVD had a lot of penalties here. So that's probably that probably didn't help out.
Probably the finish didn't.
Yeah.
Really motivate him either.
Oh yeah, the stoppage probably not. A short video package rolls regarding the Iron Man Championship future. The video reveals that next week there will be a 6-man scramble match to determine who will be the new Iron Man champion. The 6 competitors are as follows: Cody Rhodes, Velveteen Dream, Roosh, Brody Lee, Isaiah Swerve Scott, and the Demon Finn Balor. Who will leave next week the new CZW Iron Man champion? Obviously, with Pete Dunne, I guess I don't know where. Nobody knows where he is. We're going to need a new champion to hold the title. So we're going to find out who gets it next week. Obviously, some of these names, we got Swerve Scott, Roosh, and Cody Rhodes, who all got wins here tonight. But Brody Lee, Finn Balor, and Velveteen Dream. I'm sure Velveteen Dream was the first ever champ, so I'm sure he would like to get his hands back on the title. Velveteen Dream struggle going off script, but it was a video package. Come on now. Who do you got? So who do you guys think? You got any ideas right off the top?
Out of all these guys,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pete Dunne, baby. It's always Pete Dunne for me.
He does. Jesus Christ. Not even in the match. That makes sense.
Either Finn as the demon, or again, Pete Dunne enters himself in the match. He shows back up.
Okay. I mean, anything's possible. Anything's possible. Main event time here on CZW Evolution with Randy Orton and Adam Cole taking on Kenny Omega and Darby Allin. Any bout that had superb wrestling and great heat. Kenny Omega and Darby Allin, the CZW World Champion that is, defeated Randy Orton and Adam Cole 24 minutes and 16 seconds. So here's what happened in the match. Adam Cole and Orton continue to give each other stiff tags. Just because they were teaming together doesn't mean they're on the same page, because these two have had a lot of problems leading up to this. So like I said, just because they're on the team doesn't mean they were getting along here. Eventually, Orton had enough and gave Cole the finger walking out. Owens tried to sub in as Cole's partner, but the ref would not allow it. Kevin Owens was ringside for this. I didn't mention that at the beginning, but Omega and Allin worked together and put Cole through hell until Owens jumped up onto the ring, laying out Omega with a chair. Orton never came back down to the ring to help. Cole escaped out of the ring as Omega and Darby Allin both hit their finishes on him, standing tall at the end of the night, ending the night with a bang. I can't talk. Jesus Christ. The match ended by DQ, by the way, if you didn't get that from the chair shot. So yes, Darby Allin and Kenny Omega did win, but it was after that chair shot from Kevin Owens. So we did not, unfortunately, get a clean finish, which maybe hindered the match. I'm not sure. We still got an 88, so pretty freaking awesome. Randy Orton was off his game, but ended up getting to 85, so I'll take that if you're off your game. Darby Allin, of all four of these guys, Darby Allin got a 96, the highest. Kenny Omega got a 92, and Cole and Orton both got an 85. So how did both of these storylines lose heat with an 88? That is insane. They must be super high up in heat if this match made both of these lose heat. That's crazy to me. But either way, I think this was a pretty big main event to close out the show, and we're going to see where we go from here next week. 89. Not too shabby. Obviously not a monster number like last week, but still really, really, really awesome. I'm really happy with this. 89 here. The lone bad match of the night was Roosh versus Anthony Henry, but I mean, that was kind of expected with a newer guy like Henry stepping in there. 63, which isn't even as bad as could have been. But we had a really good night with a 99, 98, main event 88. We had another match was 86. Overall, extremely happy with how tonight went.
It was a pretty good show.
All right, let's look at the ratings here. 89, 13,000, 1.42. That was exactly the same as we got last week. So at least we're consistent. If anything else, we are consistent. And Raw, they had Bobby Lashley, Angel Garza, and Corbin defeating Low Key Mercury Rising by DQ. So they had a DQ finish in their main event as well. Look at that. 2.81, way higher than us. Look at this. Enzo Amore and Seth Rollins argue. Heated social media exchanges. Argument erupted after Seth Rollins criticized a match that happened that involved Enzo, and he leapt in to defend it. Egged on by other users online, the two now appear to have some genuine heat. Oh, fantastic. Gotta love Seth Rollins and Enzo heat. That's hilarious.
You've never heard the phrase
I mean, of
super
course,
level. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Midwest Mayhem being held at the Williams Arena in Minnesota. We have a big match to start off. We have the debuting in MWA Shelton Benjamin and Matt Riddle teaming up to take on Zack Sabre Jr. and Drew Gulak in a match that went 18 minutes long. Shelton Benjamin and Matt Riddle defeated Zack Sabre Jr. and Drew Gulak when Matt Riddle pinned Drew Gulak. Everyone showed up. Everyone getting 60s or 80s. Shelton Benjamin trying to keep up with the 57. Guessing his age is showing there. Bit of a longer match for him, I'm sure.
It's a pretty interesting match. You got all like technical type guys in there.
Yeah, we got some guys who are pretty good grapplers.
Oh, you did technical masterclass. Okay, that makes sense.
I did.
Makes
I was
sense.
trying that, seeing what would come out of it. Not really anything set in stone as far as if Riddle and Benjamin are long term or just temporary, but we'll see where things go from there. Big win over the Gift of Gods champion and his partner. Well, immediately following this, we see all of the dragons. We got Suzuki, Buddy Murphy, Ultimo Dragon, and Will Ospreay, the current MWA Heavyweight Champion, come sprinting to the ring and begin beating down Matt Riddle and Shelton Benjamin. As this beatdown is occurring, Brock freaking Lesnar, of all people, comes flying into the ring, clearing the ring, of course. No one's going to want to touch him, and saving both Matt Riddle and Shelton Benjamin. The two stand up beside Brock Lesnar as he grabs both of their wrists, raises them above his head, and yells, "We are fucking immortals!" And Mr. makes everyone go, "What? Is that an alliance? What? Immortals? What?" Stay tuned.
All right, either that or they're literally fucking immortals.
It's possible.
I mean,
Sable probably still looks great.
Yeah. Interesting. So yeah, you got almost all like MMA type guys. I mean, Shelton Benjamin is more of like a, wrestler in school, but very, very interesting group there.
Mm-hmm. Almost like better than Catchpoint 2.0 in a way. Elevated above them.
I can see that. Definitely a lot more beef to him.
Yeah, more strike than grasp.
Mm-hmm.
Great match here as we see Marty Scurll of the Modern Punks taking on LWO's Ray Phoenix. About to have great wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd. Ray Phoenix defeated Marty Scurll in 12 minutes by pinfall with a Meteora. Marty Scurll showing up with a 76, Ray Phoenix with the 88. Great bout here by both guys.
Yeah, no joke.
We'll see if maybe this puts Modern Punks in their place, thinking they have a shot at the trios titles, but got a couple more weeks for the pay-per-view, so this might snowball into something bigger by then. Immediately following this, we see CM Punk of the Modern Punks taking on Andrade.
Wow.
About to have great heat and decent wrestling. CM Punk defeated Andrade in 13 minutes, 39 seconds by pinfall with a go to sleep. Andrade pulling out a 66 in a storytelling match. CM Punk still doing great, 78.
This could be like a pay-per-view caliber match right here.
Yeah. We gave him some time to play. 14 minutes ain't bad. So a little 50-50 book in there. We got the Punks getting their win back. Next week, I think we're going to have to... Maybe we'll get Pentagon involved. Maybe we'll try and murder PCO in the process.
Oh, God.
And we finally get the match. We saw at the pay-per-view El Phantasmo going out of his way in the Gift of the Gods match to take out Hangman Page. He felt betrayed when Hangman Page would not team with him right before the match, doing a tag team match. So El Phantasmo now coming after Hangman Page in a singles match. El Phantasmo pulls out the win in just under 10 minutes by pinfall with a greetings from Camwood Park. El Phantasmo killing it with a 78. Hangman Page keeping up with a 71. Great match right here. Elevated to an 82. Like to see that.
Yeah, no, this is a huge match here.
Little crossfire in the Bullet Club, if you will.
Yeah, no, this is I consider good booking. I know Luke's not here, which I need to ask him why he always books his own guys to lose against incoming talent. Like anytime like he uses somebody on his roster, like from our roster, he always has like our people beat his people. Like you got to put your people over.
Yeah, and like Hangman had no problems like losing to El Phantasmo here. Look at that, all bonuses. Great shit.
Good.
I will say El Phantasmo's got to be one of my best signings since the initial draft.
Yeah, he's been picking it up. A guy coming out of nowhere because I really haven't even heard that much from El Phantasmo.
Right. Yeah.
And he's performing well.
I didn't even know who he was until like around Wrestle Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
We cut to the Steve Austin office. A lot of shit's gone down in here since the beginning of Midwest Mayhem. But for once, we just see a one-on-one conversation. We have Kazuchika Okada sitting in a chair, dressed in a nice suit. He's drinking some tea. He's talking with Stone Cold Steve Austin, who has a nice stein of beer in his hand. And the two are just chatting. And Okada begins to bring up points about how with the rest of the Japan boys being so occupied in Ring of Honor, winning their titles and making them look like bitches over there, he'd really like an opportunity of his own. He knows he hasn't been able to get the number one contendership, but he'd still like a chance at the Gift of the Gods title. He feels he's beaten Zack Sabre Jr. enough times to where he can beat him again 1-on-1. And Stone Cold Steve Austin will grant him the opportunity at the pay-per-view.
Oh, okay.
It took a little formal speaking with Stone Cold Steve Austin, something we don't normally see, but Okada is a diplomat, as we saw him running with the torch in the Olympics. Great representative of himself and his peers, and Okada managed to do that. So look forward to a great match at the pay-per-view for the Gift of Gods Championship. We get to a little more of a chaotic segment as Sami Callihan comes walking in. He's wearing he's not wearing his usual just vest and hat. He's got the jeans on. He's got like battle gear on. He looks like he's ready to kick somebody's ass after Nick Gage basically ran him down last week. And he's walking by people. He's asking, "Where is Bully Ray? Where is Bully Ray?" Everyone's like, "Bully Ray? I thought he was going to retire. Like, I don't know where Bully Ray is." Finally, a lone studio hand in the back says, "Are you looking for Mr. Bully Ray?" Brian Cage grabs him by the scruff of his shirt, picks him up over his head, and says, "Where is he?" He points over to a locker room way in the dark, way in the back, and the two go there. Or the rest of the Cal Clan go there. They find Bully Ray sitting in a chair alone, head sunk down, looking depressed, and they go, "Bully Ray, where have you been?" He's like, "Ever since I lost to Nick Gage, man, I lost my fire, man. I'm ready to retire." Sami Callihan gets in his face. He's like, "You can't retire, man. We need you now more than ever. Nick Gage is a fucking problem. Help us finish Nick Gage." Bully Ray stands up and says, "You know what? You're fucking right. Let's fucking do this." He's like, "All right, we got a match right up next, man. Come out when you're ready, because we're going to kick their asses." He's like, "All right, I'll be there." They go, "Yeah." The Cal Clan goes running out.
Yeah.
Very, very inspiring.
Okay. So is this going to be a 4-on-4 match? 8-man tag?
It's going to be a regular tag team.
Oh, tag. Okay.
Yes, it'll be Sami Callihan and Taya Valkyrie versus Nick Gage and Joey Janela.
Oh, okay.
But this, as these things go, this might spiral out of control and turn into a bigger thing.
Gotcha.
We get to the match itself, and about that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd.
Wow.
Team MDK, however, defeated Taya Valkyrie and Sami Callihan in 14 minutes in a hardcore match when Nick Gage pinned Taya Valkyrie. In terms of in-ring work, Sami Callihan was head and shoulders above everyone else as we expected. Nick Gage still doing great with an 81.
Yeah.
During the match, we saw the likes of MDK coming in, assisting them, giving them weapons. Joseph Samile, manager of the two, notably being a big factor in this match. Pulling hair, keeping like people's feet up on the ropes, trying to get the advantage in the pinfalls. In the end, came with Nick Gage hitting a big old finisher on Taya and getting the win.
Have you ever got that note before? Sami and Taya, great chemistry?
Yes, that's why I do.
Gotcha.
2 reasons I do Taya with Sami is better tag team, and Taya does hardcore better.
Gotcha.
Not great, but slightly better. But, we got the whole Team MDK coming out. Brian Cage trying to defend his 2 partners who just took a big loss. He's fighting off the rest of MDK. We got all the scrubs from David Starr popping up. We got everybody. Looks like he's all on his own when all of a sudden Bully Ray's music hits. Oh, yeah, you know it. Bully Ray here to clean house. Classic Bully Ray. He's not retiring. You know it. I know it. He gets to the ring. He's got a trash can in his hand. MDK clears the ring. Went out of nowhere. He smashes Brian Cage over the head with the trash can. What? MDK celebrates. They come sliding back in, ready to kick some more ass. Joseph Samile, however, gets too close to Bully Ray, and bam! Joseph Samile gets cracked over the head with a trash can too. Is Bully Ray going rogue? No! He tosses the trash can out of the ring and begins focusing his attack on Joseph. Joseph, the first manager of MDK, is apparently on the fritz. He's getting his shit kicked in. Dudley picks him up, ready to hit the 3D. Nick Gage looks Joseph in the face and says, "Joseph, you're fucking out." And he hits the 3D with Bully Ray through a table. Joseph Samile has been ousted from Team MDK. Bully Ray is in as the manager of Team MDK.
You hate to see it.
Betrayal, folks. And Joseph, yeah, you tried, but you're fucking out, bro.
He did his best. At least he didn't fuck this segment up.
Yeah, he's probably gonna get shit canned here soon. So,
huge
main event time. We got New Day's Big E, and you heard it right, Scorpio Sky versus the Briscoes' choice of match after Tommaso Ciampa defeated Kofi Kingston last week. They decided on a TLC match. All right, and about that had good wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd. Big E and Scorpio Sky defeated the Briscoes in a tables, ladders, and chairs match in 14 minutes 54 seconds when Scorpio Sky retrieved them. However, during the match, we had Jacob Fatu run in and attack Jay Briscoe. Big E and Scorpio Sky make defense number 2 of the Midwest Tag Team title. So what happened? Jay Briscoe topped the ladder. He cleared the ring, just about to grab the titles. It was all but guaranteed in his hands. Jacob Fatu climbs up the ladder, same side he's on, hits a massive Samoan drop from the very top of the ladder, crashes him down, over. Scorpio Sky slides in, climbs up, gets the titles, gets out of Dodge.
Ruin their chances for him.
So we have Dynasty, we have New Day, we have the Briscoes all hungry for the tag titles. We'll see who gets them.
The Briscoes got screwed.
They did. I think this is the first time our tag titles have ever main evented an episode.
Oh,
Hey, I like that.
82. Not too shabby.
And our weakest match was our start, because people don't like technical
That's
matches.
not bad at all. Good job.
Yeah. So we got a lot that happened here. We got a new big stable or big group here with Shelton, Riddle, and Brock Lesnar. That's pretty wild.
Jesus
Immortals.
Christ.
Immortals. Yeah.
We are fucking immortals.
Wait, doesn't Lesnar and Riddle like hate each other?
Allegedly.
Not
Nothing
anymore, or
guaranteed.
we don't know anymore, I
Allegedly.
guess.
Okay, gotcha. All right, to start off this week of Battlefield, we have a pre-show women's match. Bout that had terrible wrestling, non-existent crowd heat. Nara Conti defeats Penelope Ford 13:36 by submission. 39 overall. Both women in the high 30s, with Ford with a 38 and Conti 37. I wasn't expecting anything to do better here. I figured I'd give some not as much used people to have a spot on the pre-show, and hey, this is why they're not used. Next up in a decent pre-show match, Ace Austin defeats Ray Horus in 20 minutes by pinfall with the Fold. 59 rating, Ace with a 64, Horus with a 43. This I was kind of hoping would do better. Ace Austin continues to pick up some wins.
Yeah, against one of your first ever signees, Ray Horse.
In a pre-show bout that then had good heat and decent wrestling, our main event, Roshi Tanahashi defeats CZW's Mance Warner.
Yeah.
A pinfall with the High Fly Flow. 57 rating here. Warner had an in-ring of 58, Tanahashi 63. But Tana was off his game and the match was a little too short. This was still the show. Chris Sabin actually advised me not to put this match as long as it originally was. Now I'm starting to think I should have. But oh well, you live, you learn.
And you should have put Mance Warner over, obviously.
Exactly. But the ace of the world gets the win over Mance. To kick off our actual main show, we start off with the Ring of Honor World Champion Tetsuya Naito. 1/3 of the Six-Man Champions, Moose here. Moose calling out Naito and telling him he's demanding a Ring of Honor title match. Our biggest show of the season, G1 Supercard, whatever fucking number it is at this point. Because Moose pinned him clean in a one-on-one match a couple weeks ago. Was basic, flat down the line, and Moose picked up the win. Naito acknowledges that, saying that yes, he did pin him. He accepts.
Oh.
Before Naito can even finish saying the word accept, Gresham and Lethal try to attack from behind. Tetsuya sees it coming and fights back. The numbers advantage in the end is too much, as they beat Naito down. For Sonata and Hiromu run down to the rescue. LIJ reunion, as despite them not being our favorite people in Ring of Honor, they save their old leader. They help him up before the three stand there and do their signature fist bump. 93 rating.
So Naito used to be a member of used to be the leader of LIJ, huh?
Yeah, back when they were still a thing, but
Okay.
the draft, they all got shifted around.
Gotcha.
But now it's not an evil our tag champs, and Hiromu might be the TV champ by the end of the night. Sonata stays in the ring because he has a match against Johnny Gargano. In a superb match, technical masterclass even.
Wow.
Sonata defeats Gargano in 2013. A pinfall with the Sonata-styled O'Connor roll. I'm not sure if y'all know what that is, but it's basically the generic O'Connor roll,
Oh,
except
yeah.
then he like lays down on top of them from his back and like kind of stretches out his arms.
Mhm.
It's pretty smooth. But Sonata picking up the win over one of the men that wants to challenge for the tag belts. A segment rating of 80, Gargano with the 81, and Sonata with the 73. But one half of the tag champs picks up a victory tonight. In a decent match, the debuting Crazy Steve, who has just signed with us from Impact, defeats Akira Tozawa in 12:47 by pinfall with the Crimson Combo. Not quite sure what that one is, but sounds cool, and he won with it, so whatever. A segment rating of 59. Both had a 55, so that's good. And Steve's gimmick is a adequate, so not too bad.
Considering Akira was pulling, 45s last week, that's good improvement.
No, he's getting better and better over time. So we'll have to see how he does. Women of Honor World Champion Alexa Bliss is in the ring. So she's talking, and no, she hasn't had that hyped up of a title reign as she wanted. So she announces her way of looking for a challenger for Supercard, a special eliminator. This episode and next week, we will have 2 triple threats, with the winners of them facing off on our Go Home show to determine her challenger at Supercard. Segment rating of 83. Bliss improvised well. So what those triple threat matches are, we will have to learn over the course of this week and next. So we'll be finding out on the Go Home show who Bliss's challenger will be.
Put a mic in her hand and you're going to get a good segment rating. I know that.
Yeah, I mean, check this out. It's pretty good. Not shabby at all. So Sami Zayn is seen backstage in the locker room. You know, he's wearing casual street clothes as he does not have a match tonight. Sami Zayn promises that last week wasn't just a fluke. His pinfall over Nakamura actually happened. And if Nakamura gets past Hiromu tonight, you best expect that he'll be coming for Nakamura at Supercard. With or without the title. 69 rating. I was really hoping this would be better, so that's kind of unfortunate.
That is surprising. Usually mic stuff, especially the new hot catchphrase there. Yeah, that's surprisingly
I think that probably
low.
saved it from being lower. Yeah.
What was that catchphrase again?
I'm not really sure. I still haven't come up with anything.
You're making me
you
crazy.
Can't teach that. How about that?
Oh God, no.
Whoa.
In a decent match with that triple threat we were talking about earlier in the night, it turns out it's actually Rhea Ripley, a former champion in her own right, Priscilla Kelly, and coming all the way from Slam, Kairi Sane. In a decent match, Kairi Sane defeats Rhea Ripley and Priscilla Kelly when Sane pinned Kelly with the insane elbow. Kelly was the weak link struggling to keep up with everyone else. 68 rating. Honestly, for what my women's matches normally pull, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
You need a woman from my division to help out with this.
Yeah.
Hey, we're not going to go openly admitting that, okay? So, Sane with the 72, Rhea 65, and Kelly with the 40. Holy shit.
Might have to put her in that dojo.
Yeah, I might have to. But either way, Kairi Sane advances to that number 1 contenders match on our Go Home show. In a bout that had fantastic heat and great wrestling, Jon Moxley picks up a win over Zack Ryder in 1605 by pinfall with the Death Rider. Segment rating of 76, Moxley 95, Ryder 55. That's a pretty big fucking gap.
Can't get more in the middle than that unless you pull a 75.
Yeah, exactly. I was one off, but I'd rather be a bit higher in the situation. There were times when there was a definite lack of psychology, but Moxley is a wrestling god, so he saved it, of course. And the match was a little too short, even though it was 16 minutes. I don't know. People want more Moxley.
Oh, yeah, never enough Moxley.
95.
But
wild.
Yeah. Moxley looked good out there, and Moxley benefited from groundswell of public support.
I feel like at some point we need a fatal 4-way where each of us put in who we think is our best. And see if we can get a 100.
Yeah.
So, Firefly Breakdown. Bray Wyatt attempts to hold Firefly Funhouse, but he's not the same. He's wearing the Fiend mask, his clothes all torn up and burnt, clearly having multiple cuts on him. He cries out for the Fiend to take control. As a light shines in the room, before it kind of envelops everything that we see. We fade to black on the Titantron. We just lost complete visuals of Bray Wyatt in the Firefly Funhouse. Things are not going well. Yeah, there's Bray. He's losing his mind. A segment rating of 100. And this shit gets weird sometimes. Bray and John, though, improvised pretty damn well. So there's that. Announcing was kind of weak. But hey, whatever. We pulled in a 100. Can't be too upset. Oh, fuck, yes.
Dang.
Oh,
Wow.
God, I love my show. Main event time. It's the TV title match we've all been waiting for, as it is on the line. An exceptional match. Shinsuke Nakamura retains over Hiromu Takahashi by pinfall with the Bomaye.
Okay.
Nakamura makes defense number 10 of the Ring of Honor television title.
10.
Wow. I did not realize he's that far in. And I think Dragon Lee had like 8 or something.
Yeah.
But segment rating of 85, Nakamura with an 88, and Takahashi with a 74. And this is some good shit right here.
Hard to beat that. Yeah, so LIJ looks like they don't get all the belts there.
Not tonight, at least.
Not tonight.
So remember, Zayn did call out Nakamura, and Nakamura has the belt, so we'll have to see what happens there. Hey!
Whoa!
Hot damn, look at that.
Never
Wow.
do this good.
Best Ring of Honor show ever right here.
Excuse me, I
This
gotta go
is
fuck
actually,
myself.
Wow.
No, this is our best show ever right here.
Yeah.
Nakamura pulling the best match tonight, with Firefly Funhouse doing well as usual. Aside from that, though, our opening was pretty okay, as was the ending. The middle was a bit bumpy. Overall, a pretty good show.
I think all credit goes to Crazy Steve. He debuts and Ring of Honor gets their best show rating ever.
Everyone suddenly wants to watch because Crazy Steve is there.
Yep. Well, let's take a look at these ratings
they
here.
struck gold.
Yeah,
struck
Ring of Honor
fucking
did.
gold.
Yep. All right, so MWA 82, 11,000. Oh my God, 2.83, 2.1 million viewers. Still in the 2 million range.
Whoa!
Topped even last week. That's crazy.
To the moon!
For real. Okay, let's see how Ring of Honor did. 86, 8,000, 2.45, 1.8. Man, if you guys can both hit 2 mil. See, Ring of Honor is moving up too. Man, this is Thursday nights is where it's at for wrestling, apparently.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah.
You see, when we
plans.
become friends and we stop trying to screw the other, we both do really well.
Well, who would have thought?
Genuinely, look.
Who would have
Yeah.
thought?
I didn't realize Thursdays
Yeah.
were the night for wrestling.
Mary Dobson and the debuting Ruby Riott defeat R-Truth and Carmella in 13 minutes and 8 seconds when Ruby Riott pinned Carmella with a re-riot.
Debuting win for Ruby Riott, huh? Okay.
Yep.
Welcome. Have Truth and Mella tag team lately?
Not recently, but they have tag team before.
I remember. I think it was R-Truth I was wanting pretty bad initially during this whole thing.
Her Ruby Riott's had an arrogant heel gimmick, and it got an initial rating of very good. And our other pre-show match, we had Street Profits. It's defeating the War Raiders in 13 minutes and 30 seconds when Montez Ford pinned Eric with a frog splash.
Street Profits. Haven't seen them getting a win in a while. That's good to see, I guess.
I have to think Montez Ford has so much potential in this game to pull in like Darby Allin numbers.
Never know. There's definitely a lot of surprises in this game, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Now we're going to start off strong with that number one contendership battle royal to determine who will face Asuka at Armageddon for the Queen of Slam title. And about that had great heat and good wrestling. Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey had it tied in 14 minutes and 24 seconds. Basically, they went over the top rope at the same time.
Wow.
Mia Yim got the most eliminations in the match, including Charlotte and Bayley.
Hey, I see Kairi Sane in there. Looks like she was working double duty this week. Ring of Honor and Slam.
She called her shot last week. Of course she'd be in the Battle Royal.
Oh, yeah.
They got 82 rating.
That's really good for a Battle Royal.
I think this is the best Battle Royal I've had so far.
Oh, I bet. That's
I mean,
crazy.
even though you had one that involved Okada,
That's crazy. Just looking at that talent in that one match that's just wild.
Following that, Becky and Ronda argue over which one of them won the Battle Royal, and the arguing gets more intense, which leads to a brawl to the back.
Yeah, obviously it looks like this is set up for a triple threat, and man, what a freaking crazy match that'll be. Or who knows, maybe these two will have to face off beforehand. We'll have to see how it plays out, I guess.
But yeah, 94 rating for the segment. Then following that, in a superb match, the Intercontinental Champion Walter defeated Orange Cassidy in 12 minutes and 32 seconds by pinfall with a Golden Bomb after Cassidy was distracted by Austin Theory and Paige.
Another Golden Bomb, though. Walter's still killing it. 84. Wow.
Yep. Ever since he won that title, he's been on a tear. If anyone's listening to this in the comments, do people perform better after they win a title?
It might be that they're getting consistent wins.
Either way, it might be. It's working out for Darby Allin, that's for sure. I don't know how he's doing so.
Yep.
Outperforming everybody.
We have a segment where The Miz and John Morrison from Ring of Honor appear on the Titantron to the shock of Slam's audience. They claim Slam's tag division is the weakest part of the show, and it is one of the weakest tag divisions of any current wrestling promotion. They challenge the Young Bucks to defend the Dynamic Duos titles against a real team, while pointing to themselves.
Man.
So is this when Evil and Sonata showed up?
I was about to say, there's so much craziness going on in tag teams here with now Slam being involved.
In a superb match, Tyler Bate defeated Nick Jackson in 13 minutes and 12 seconds by pinfall with a roll-up in a huge upset.
Right after Miz and Morrison called him out, huh?
But yeah, the Mustache Mountain continue to build momentum. Now Tyler Bate is pinned one half of the tag champions. But look at that, though. Shayna beats Matt Jackson last week. This week, Tyler Bate beats Nick Jackson. And then you have Miz and Morrison calling them out to defend those belts.
Man, everybody is kind of beating up on the Young Bucks right now. Even Warden, who's always beating up on the Young Bucks.
Young bitches.
71 rating, but pretty good job. Following that, we have our King of Slam champion Pac, and he rants about losing last week and punishes Chad Gable for costing him the match by hitting him 20 times with a whip. After the whipping, he says there will be hell to pay if Gable causes him to lose to Aleister Black tonight.
You whip a dog long enough, they're going to come back and bite you.
Yeah, no. It's going to happen tonight. You got to watch the rest of the show. But yeah, 94 rating. Pac really pulling through in the segments, which I honestly didn't expect. I thought he was just going to be one of my work rate guys.
He's pure fire.
Yeah, no, he's been clicking on all cylinders in every single category.
And about to have fantastic heat and great wrestling, Elias defeated Drew McIntyre in 16 minutes and 15 seconds by pinfall with a top rope double stomp.
What the? Was Drew okay taking this loss? Did he say anything?
Yes, he was okay. There was no complaint.
Oh my God. Wow, this is a big, talk about the Tyler Bate upset. This is a huge upset here.
Yeah.
Former King of Slam champ. Oh my, how the mighty have fallen.
It was clean too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Unless maybe he secretly used his genie in a bottle.
Wow, that's
blowing my mind here.
82 rating.
Yeah, 82 as well. That's crazy.
After the match, Elias celebrates with his genie Yuka by playing his new guitar, and they dance together. As Drew McIntyre just looks on, shocked at the fact that he lost to Elias.
I would too.
Wow.
Well, at least Elias is happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Holy shit.
And in our main event of the evening, in an exceptional match, the King of Slam champion Pac defeated Aleister Black in 17 minutes and 35 seconds by pinfall with a shooting star press following interference from Chad Gable.
That's a big ass score.
That's 90.
90 rating.
Holy balls. That's crazy.
And they apparently have great chemistry together.
Yeah, that helps. Yeah, no, what a main event here.
Mm-hmm. Aleister Black had a 78 rating, and Pac had an in-ring performance of 93.
I mean, I'd sure as hell watch it.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Now, if you would have told me at the very beginning that Pac was going to end up being like Slam's like top dude, I would have, I would have been surprised.
Considering
But-
everybody he signed, yeah.
Yeah, but here we are, and he's killing it every single match.
87
Holy-
rating.
Ooh.
Wow. We all hit in the 80s.
Holy shit.
Man.
Damn. Look at that attendance, too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
insane.
This is probably like the best episode of Saturday Night Slam so far.
Yeah, you have literally
And
no
me this week too.
Start.
Jesus.
just pre-show.
Man.
Pre-show match is good.
Yeah. Look at that. Every match on your main card, everything above 71 was your weakest match, the Jackson and Tyler Bate, but everything else was crazy. Main event 90.
That's probably the
wild.
best main event I've had.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he had an 82 Battle Royal.
That's
What
yeah.
Battle Royal? History of Battle Royals has done that well.
All right, let's take a look. Saturday Night Slam 87, 17,000, 2.0 television rating, 1.5 mil. Not too
Damn.
shabby. Great numbers all around. Wow. So, what a crazy week this was. Everybody did fantastic. Everybody hit in the 80s.
Yep.
After two
Ooh,
full
medical.
episodes.
You're going to find he is on so many steroids.
Fucking bullshit.
Wow. Sorry, Luke. You should have came out with, more money, man.
He's
Man.
completely clean.
Really?
Wow.
That's surprising.
A little bit.
Words of what's his name? Sheik. Fucking bullshit.
So Slam gets Sheamus and Batista this month. Crazy.
Jeez.
Yep.
It is time now for the Week 42 ratings breakdown, starting off with CZW 1.42 television rating, which is exactly the same as last week with 1,067,000 viewers, which is down like less than 5,000 from last week. So it's just slightly down in the viewers compared to last week. Live attendance was at a generic venue and up to 13,000. It was at 12,600 last week, so not too bad there. Went up a little bit. And show rating, unfortunately, went down, but still the best rating of all the shows here, 89. When you're at a 92, as it was last week, it's hard to go up from there. So, yes, 89, like I said, down, but still fantastic rating for CZW this week. So pretty much almost right down the middle, just down a little bit. Ring of Honor. Wow. 2.45, the best television rating Ring of Honor has had this season. The second best ever, which was a 2.76 way back in week number 9. So pretty big jump here for Ring of Honor. 1.8 mil. Oh, by the way, last week was 2.37. So we went from a 2.37 to 2.45. Big jump, like I said. 1.8 mil, up over 100,000 for last week. Live attendance, up a little bit, about 200, 8,570. Not sure why the live attendance has been lower for Ring of Honor compared to everybody else, but it is. And show rating, 86. Last week, Ring of Honor tied for its best show rating ever with an 82. The very next week, they smash that record with an 86 for Ring of Honor's best ever television show. You've seen it here on this episode. So congrats to Luke, congrats to Ring of Honor this week. MWA this week, though, 2.83. Another record-setting achievement here for MWA. They set the record last week with a 2.78. They came in with a 2.83 here. 2,123,661 viewers. Up over not over 100, but up about 70,000 compared to last week. So still moving up in the television rating. MWA is getting WWE numbers. They're matching Raw. They're matching not quite SmackDown, but matching Raw. They're getting big numbers here for MWA. Live attendance down slightly, 11,199. Which, if you look at the last 4 weeks, MWA has surprisingly dipped lower and lower each week. The 11,000 every week, which is great. But it went from 11,700, 11,400, 11,200, and then right here, 11,199. So some reason they're going a little bit lower in live attendance each week. But 82 show rating, which is one of the highest shows this season. Not quite the highest. They had an 85 back in week 35, but still very good. Last week was a 78, so they picked it up quite a bit here on this week's episode. Then we got Slam. Slam hits 2.0 for the second time this season. 2.01 they had back in, what was this? This was, I'm losing it here. I'm losing it. There it is, week 37. So pretty good stuff here. 1.5 million viewers tuned in, which is a little bit up from last week, because last week they did have a 1.99, so they were right there borderline with the 2.0. A little less than 100,000 increased. And then there it is, though. 17,000. 17,000 people, 399, tuned into the show live. I just, not tuned in, but showed up to the show live. That is insane. They set the record last week with 16,000. They've jumped up almost an entire 1,000 here. They had 16,603. So, wow. Slam is almost pulling pay-per-view live attendances for their weekly television. Slam is untouchable right now in that category. And with an 87 show rating, which is, I'm looking it up right now, it is another record. The best Slam show happened this week on this episode. So you get the best Slam episode, you get the best Ring of Honor episode, you get CZW hitting an 89, you get MWA pulling in over 2 million viewers. Everybody is doing fantastic right here, right now, week number 42. Everybody's showing the best of what they have. Who was going to finish out season 2 with the best show ever? Everybody got in the 80s. What a show. What an episode. This could possibly, when you look at the ratings, this is our highest rated ratings episode, talking about show ratings, it is, ever. And we're here just a couple episodes away from our final episode of the season. Everybody, you talk about leading up to the big show. Everybody is doing a fantastic job with that right now. I'm super proud of CZW's performance. I'm super proud of everybody else's performance. Everybody's doing very good. I hope you guys are enjoying everybody's shows. Let us know down below, which shows are you looking forward to the most pay-per-view wise? Which pay-per-views do you think is going to perform the best? Which ones, what are you looking forward to seeing in our final pay-per-view this season? So let us know down below. That would be fun, because we always read every comment we get. So that is it. Congratulations to Slam for signing Sheamus. You should have known by now. You don't get in a bidding war with Spring Tigress, because you ain't going to win. You're not going to win. No chance. She likes to throw that money out, and then she's still making money. So, hey, if you got it, nothing wrong with spending it. That's all I'm saying. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode. We have just 3 more episodes to go in the season. We got week number 3, go home show, pay-per-view time. I hope you join us on this final venture to our big pay-per-view to close out season 2. We'll see you guys on the next episode.